This is the PMI Smoke Genie, and this is the PMI Smoke Genie version 2. Now, for those of you that don't know, the PMI Smoke Genie is a handheld hazer, and I've been using this for over the last year. It's actually one of my favorite hazers that I've been using on all of my shoots because it allows me to create these really cinematic looks for commercials, YouTube videos, and even recently on my feature film. Now, PMI just came out with their version 2 or 2023 and they sent this to me. And there's a few things that are different about this. And the first off the thing is they look pretty much exactly the same. If I switch these up right now, I would definitely get them confused, but only for a short second. What they've told me that they've been working on is some very important things. And the first thing is they've created an all new chamber, and the chamber is this device right here. Because what's been happening is people have been taking these off, and when they drop, they crack or shatter. This new chamber is completely crack and shatterproof, so we're gonna test that out right now. This hurts my soul a little bit, but we're gonna drop this right now and hope that it is shatterproof. That's what they said, so. Let's see. Holy, that's insane. Look at that. I don't know if you guys can see that, but there's no cracks and scratches. I just dropped that onto a rock solid ground. Rock solid, why do I keep saying that? This is rock hard. And I just dropped this, no scratches or anything. So that passes as a test that this is shatterproof. That is insane. The next coolest thing about this is the original Smoke Genie only has 5 different levels for your fan and for your heat. Now the new one has a pro mode that you can switch to just by holding down the center button. And why they said that they had developed this is because they wanted enough output that you can control even at the littlest amount to the highest amount. The smallest amount allows you to create that little heat mist coming off of your tee that you can use in product videos. And the highest amount can really allow you to haze up an entire room in seconds. So you can create beams or have maybe a smoking cigar room. The next thing that they're talking about that they improved was the chip and the heating device inside. So on the original one, if you cranked up all the way to level 5 or even level 4 and you wanted to run it continuously, it would time out after a few seconds. And with the new one, what's really cool is it shouldn't time out at all. So we're gonna test that right now. So here's the new one, here's the old one. I'm gonna run them at the same time and we'll go for it. So the first one's takes seconds, already timed out. This one's going, we're at 3 seconds, 4 seconds, 5 seconds, 6 seconds, 7 seconds, 8 seconds, 9 seconds, 10 seconds. And this is on the highest fan and output. This thing is extremely powerful and I can just keep running it until I run out of smoke or battery. And that is insane because right now my room is getting pretty hazy. We're at 20 seconds right now. And I'm sure this can keep going and going, but we are gonna stop it right there. The next thing that I want to talk about that's really cool is now they have a remote. And so if you're a single use operator, like I am with a lot of my product videos, or say you want to place it in a certain spot and have it run, you can literally program it by just turning it on. And once it turns on, you just hold the pair button, which is these 2 buttons right here. And then you can set it to a point. So I can set it to A. And now it's running without me touching anything. And we can stop it by pressing D. And maybe I want to put it somewhere else in the room so it's shooting out haze behind me, right? So I can just run it on over here. And then I can come back right here to you guys and boom, boom. And so say you're doing a shot and you need to be running the camera. You don't want to have to keep going back. And this is something that has happened to me so many different times when I'm trying to haze something, and then I have to run over there and then run back to the camera. I can just have this thing running the whole entire time. I'm sure it sounds beautiful on camera, but that's one of the coolest things. One of the last major upgrades that they've come out with for this V2 or 2023 Smoke Genie is that they've created a new fan mount and upgrade to the fan. So let's check that out. This is a good time to state that PMI did send me this new kit for free. They're also paying me to create an ad for their video, but this review is not part of that ad. The review is something that I get to make completely by myself, and they have no say in the outcome of this review. But again, for me as a filmmaker and content creator, I never review things or I never post things on my channel that I would tell you to buy unless I believed wholeheartedly in this. Now the Smoke Genie is a little bit expensive. It runs at $750, but they said the V2 is gonna stay at $750 as well for the Pro version. And the Pro version gets you all of those fancy upgrades like the remote and the fan and the tubes and the different sizings and it's really cool. And I personally think, even though it's small and you're like, wow, you're paying that much for a Hazer, I've used this one over and over and over again on pretty much every single shoot. And I know it's getting kind of smoky in here now. This is just from running it, but I wholeheartedly believe in this product. And even the one that couldn't run as long still was amazing. And I use this all the time for pretty much every product video I did. And again, on my feature film that we just created, and even a bunch of other things like for YouTube and just fun things. You can get really creative with these. So here's the new attachment that they've upgraded, and they're making it a lot easier. And all you do is rotate these like so. Beautiful. And then we can just slide this bad boy in like so. Like I say like so a lot, I'm sorry guys. And then we can just pop this thing on. It looks like they've also created a safety harness for it. But nevertheless, now this is a mounting fan, which is cool. So if you really want to just push around, and we can turn this thing on. All right, so as you can see, the fan right now, the fan is not running, but then we can change it to a different speed. And now it's starting to blow the smoke around. Now look at that. That's so cool, is that not? And this is just with one right now. And we can turn up the fan speed even higher. That's fan speed 2, fan speed 3. We can really just be blowing this around back here. This is insane. That's pretty cool. And then has different angles, as you can see, come shooting right through there. I know that's probably so loud, so we'll turn it down to 1. But look at that, even like that, it's still working beautifully. You just want to shoot it out. And then again, we could have this remote, and I can have it over here. One thing I just noticed that I don't like too much is that if I tilt the fan all the way down, it doesn't stay balanced. I'll show you guys in a second, but now it's running and it's getting so smoky in here. But that is pretty freaking cool. And now we can turn it off. Boom, boom. One of the things I don't like is, what's the point of having it? It's not stand up, you know? But I can tell you right now, there is going to be a reason why it tilts that much, because I did go through a whole process with them on how to set this thing all up, and the reason for it tilting like that, and I'll show you guys in a second, which is really cool. So now let's dive into the reason I'm sure you're all here, and that's the thumbnail that I have with the 3 Smoke Genies. So what is that? Well, it's this. This is the Smoke Genie event kit. And then this is the newest answer to Smoke Genie for having a stronger, more powerful Hazer for product commercial shoots for the prosumer level and professional level. This kit is not for everybody, and it is a bit more expensive. Again, this is for the prosumer to professional level to have that output and control that you really need on those bigger shoots. So let's open this bad boy up. And right off the bat, you can see it comes with 3 Smoke Genies, 3 fans. It has 3 cylinders on the first level. It has your fluid juice. It has the connections for the fans itself. It has the cables, everything that you need. It comes with a bunch of batteries. All the batteries are empty right now, but that can power all 3 of the Smoke Genies at once and all 3 of the fans, which of course we're gonna do. Then of course you have the remote as well right here. If we lift this level off right here, we can go down to the bottom level. This is everything that you're gonna be using on a day-to-day on the top one. And then the bottom one has the charger right here, which I'll show you guys all set up. And you can charge almost all the batteries on there at once. Then they also have 2 more of these. This is for you to put full and empty, so it's not confusing when you're setting up your kits. Next, they have 3 more chambers for you to fill up and some more fluid juice, or cloud fluid. What is it called? Fluid juice is not the term to use. Nevertheless, the last and coolest part about this is they've been working closely with TILTA to build this rig right here, which is gonna allow you to have all 3 of your Smoke Genies connected at once and then be able to control them all at once. So let's build it out right now. I had to look at a picture to build it really fast, but it's actually really easy. It doesn't go like this, it slides in like that. Then this locks right here. Make sure it locks in, screw it in like so, nice and easy. So now you have the handle like this, and then we're gonna put the remote right in here because it says remote. And then we're gonna take the Smoke Genies, take 1. So number 3 will slide in like that, boom, boom. We'll go for number 2, which is this one, boom. And number 1. Alrighty, so now we got all 3 of the Smoke Genies connected to this. You can use this remote, pretty cool.
All right, and I put this one on backwards, of course. So beautiful. So now we got all 3 Smoke Genies. One thing I don't like about this is that this is kind of a little shaky noise. I'm sure you can lock it in, because again, I never read any instructions. So I'm sure that there's something you're supposed to screw in to make sure that it works. But this is it right here, what you guys saw in the photo. So I'm gonna turn these all on. It's already paired automatically right now. So the one in the center is A, as you can see right here, A, and then the other 2 are B. So I can press B, and now B is gonna turn on like that, and I can even turn on A. And now there's, I'm sure you guys can't see any of this, but there's 3 of them going right there. Oh, there's all 3 of them together on C, and then D just to stop it. That's insane and way too much power. But so essentially what you can do is we can press C right here, and it's gonna turn on all 3 at the same time, and they're gonna start going. Now they come with 3 fans, but I mean, in my head, it's gonna probably make sense that you only need 1 fan because it's gonna suck in all the smoke, but let's go for it. So now they're a little bit lighter, and then there they go right there. And as you can see, they're all smoking, and you can just start hazing up the room in no time. And to turn them off, it looks like you have to go 1, 2, 3. We can put them all onto the same one. You can have just the 2, you can have the 1. So it gives you very versatile. You can pretty much program these any way you want. And the way that you do that is you just turn it on, and as it's turning on, you have 15 seconds. You just hold C and D to pair, and then it will be paired, and then you press the button that you want to pair it to, and that's it. And then if you want to get rid of a pair, when you turn it on, you just hold erase, and that will erase the pair, and then you can just do it again. It's supposed to be super easy and intuitive, and I think this is really cool. So now let's test this out and see how powerful this Hazer really is.
I have no clue where this focus is, but right now I got the 3 Smoke Genies set up on the TILTA arm. We are in my garage, which is a 2-car garage and about the same size as most studios that you're gonna be working in. And I'm gonna put these onto full max, and we're gonna see how long it's gonna take for this whole thing to haze up. Let me just lock the focus real fast. Otherwise it's gonna be bouncing around everywhere. So let's get me pretty. Perfect, cool. And just gonna press C, and then we're gonna run at the same time. So 3, 2, 1. So they're all going, and here we go. We are at 2 minutes and 14 seconds right now, and it is pretty hazy in here. And this, I mean, it's nothing powered compared to, like, I have an 1800 watt Typhoon Froggy Fog Hazer, and I mean, that thing is huge. It's like this big, it's about 30 pounds, and you can spray that thing and it will pretty much make a room look like you can't even see in the room, like you're actually in a real fire. But like, this is pretty dense right now, and I could keep running this for maybe, that's only 2 minutes. So if I kept running this, it would be insane.
A few more cool features about this handle and Smoke Genie setup is, one, right down below here is actually little legs that stick out so that you can set this wherever you want. So like that, and then I can just set it down like that, and we can have it run. I can take this remote off just by pressing this button right here, and then we can run them by themselves. I can have one running like that, and then be like, what if I want to stop that one real fast? And then I just want to take one of them, like this one, and I want to have haze in the back and the front. So I'm just going to remove this one over here, and now I'm going to have them all running. So essentially these 2 in the front are running. I don't know if you can see the one in the back, but the one in the back running as well. It's pretty hard to see everything. And then, boom. So now we got haze going on the back. We have haze in the front, which is really cool. And that's the coolest thing about that, is it's very versatile. Now, I've worked with big hazers, small hazers. I mean, these are the smallest, and then bigger ones. And what's nice about this is a really easy light setup, especially with the case, and I can really just walk around, move around anywhere. I can take these off, I can put them in different spots so that they're hazing all at the same time. So what happens if we want to connect the fan to it? So I'm going to put the fan on the center one because I feel like that makes the most sense in my mind. You could connect all 3 fans. I feel like that's a little unnecessary. It might be overkill, but you know, you have the options, which is always better than having not the options, obviously. And let's turn on this fan. by just switching to that. It's gonna be a little loud. Now I assume, as you can see, they're all sucking into right there. And now my fire alarm just went off. Oh, whoops. Might want to turn off your fire alarms when you guys do this. That is it for this tutorial. I hope that you guys enjoyed this review. You guys can check out PMI's gear in the link down below. And please like, share, and subscribe if you enjoy things like this. I hope that this was fun. This is really crazy. My whole office is destroyed in smoke, and same with my garage. But I'm a big fan of the original, so these new ones are just even better, and that's awesome. And talking to the company, it looks like they're really listening to people's reviews, criticisms, positive reviews, all of that, and just building off of that. And this device, this is wild. So this thing is wild, and I'm going to be using it a lot for a lot of different videos, and obviously you guys have seen me use it in my original videos. So that's it for this, and until next time.